Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, today we're just practicing active and passive form in the classroom. At the beginning, I want to clarify that there isn't any sort of preparation. It's an actual classroom. Sentences are made by the students and they are turned from active to passive form by their teacher. So we just practice, active and passive sentences in all 12 tenses, different forms, affirmative, negative, interrogative, information questions. There could be imperative sentences, modal auxiliaries could be used in their sentences, semi-auxiliaries could be used in their sentences. So different forms and different tenses. If it is useful for you, please don't forget to subscribe the channel and drop your idea in the comments. So let's start. Look, just keep in mind that the main verb of your active sentence should be transitive or double transitive. It should not be intransitive. There should be an object after your main verb, okay? And it should be action verb, because most commonly sentences with state verbs are not changed from active to passive form. However, there are some exceptional cases. And try to use different forms: negative, interrogative, information questions, WH questions, negative interrogative forms. Okay? Ready? Okay, yep, you can start.
He doesn't paint the wall.
The wall isn't painted by him.
I don't practice my English. I don't practice my English.
My English is not practiced by me.
May I bring a glass of water?
May a glass of water be brought by me?
She washes the dishes.
She washes the dishes. The dishes are washed by her.
Hadn't you made the report?
Hadn't you made the report? Hadn't the report been made by you?
We haven't practiced active and passive.
Active and passive hasn't been practiced by us.
Can I close the door?
Can the door be closed by me?
Would you turn on that TV?
Would the TV be turned on by you?
Did you watch that movie?
Was that movie watched by you?
Did you help him?
Was he helped by you?
He has been teaching English for 10 years.
English has been being taught by him for 10 years.
She's cooking rice.
Rice is being cooked by her.
He hasn't brought his books.
His books haven't been brought by him.
She watches TV every night.
TV is watched by her every night.
Did the mechanic fix your car?
Was your car fixed by the mechanic?
Doesn't he smoke cigarette?
Isn't cigarette smoked by him?
Close the door.
Let the door be closed.
She has to pass the test.
The test has to be passed by her.
I asked him a question.
He was asked a question by me.
Could you teach us the active and passive voice?
Could we be taught active and passive voice by you?
She writes a letter.
A letter is written by her.
Can I make an example?
Can an example be made by me? Come on.
He took the notation.
He took,
The notation.
the invitation was taken by him.
I keep the butter here.
Okay, the butter is kept here by me.
Close the gate.
Let the gate be closed.
He teaches us English every day.
He teaches us English every day. We are taught English by him every day.
Close the window.
Let the window be closed.
We are making examples.
Examples are being made by us right now.
Watch the movie. Watch the movie.
Watch the movie. Let the movie be watched. Remember when I was teaching you imperative sentences, like turning imperative active sentences into passive sentences? I told you that it's not very common in New English. Like, you can find that kind of sentences in Old English, in old books and stuff, right? Yeah, but still, you can change them.
Have you
Turn by turn, one by one. Raise your hand and then, okay.
Have you done your homework?
Has your homework been done?
He hasn't drank Monster.
Monster hasn't been drunk by him.
She has been watching movie since 2 hours.
She has been watching a movie for 2 hours. A movie has been being watched by her for 2 hours.
Will you watch TV tonight?
Will TV be watched by you tonight?
Please mop the floor.
Please let the floor be mopped. Come on.
Erase the whiteboard.
Yeah, let the whiteboard be erased.
Can I drink Monster?
Can Monster be drunk by me? Okay. Yeah, sometimes you don't need the by phrase. If it's too obvious by whom the action was done or is done, right? Or if the door of the action is not a specific person, right?
Who write this letter?
Who writes or who wrote this letter? By whom was this letter written? If it's simple past tense.
Rahimi taught us passive voice.
Yeah, passive voice was taught to us by Rahimi. So there are two ways now, because your main verb is double transitive. Rahimi taught us passive voice, okay? We were taught passive voice by Rahimi, okay? Or passive voice was taught to us by Rahimi. So there are two ways.
Who has called me?
Who has called me? By whom have I been called? These are kind of complicated sentences, right? Yeah, you just need to pay attention, okay? Because I've explained most of these points in previous lessons.
If I came early, I will learn I will learn English.
If if I came early, I would learn.
English.
Okay, if I came early, English would be learned by me. Because, this is complex sentence. You have a conditional class, right, with a main class. So in your first class, in conditional class, if I came early, the main verb is intransitive, which doesn't have any object, so it's not changed. In your second class, the main verb is transitive, so the second class is changed from active to passive form, but the first class is not changed. Yep.
She doesn't clean the room.
She doesn't clean the room is not cleaned by her.
I made him come on time.
I made him come on time. He was made to come on time. That is a sort of exceptional case, because you used a causative verb, okay? I made him come on time. Okay, he was made to come on time. In passive form, you use full infinitive. In active form, you use bare infinitive. I made him come on time. You cannot say I made him to come on. I made him come on time. And he was made come on time. Of course, by me, but the by phrase is not necessary to be mentioned.
I drive the car.
The car is driven by me.
The mechanic fixed your car.
Your car was fixed by the mechanic.
We have drank the tea.
We have drunk the tea. The tea has been drunk by us.
I will pass the exam.
The exam will be passed.
We haven't taken our
By me.
quizzes. We haven't taken our quizzes.
We haven't taken our quizzes. Our quizzes haven't been taken by us.
I had been reading this book for 2 years.
That book had been being read by me for 2 weeks or for 2
Years.
For 2 years, yeah.
He is going to give a good presentation.
A good presentation is going to be given by him.
I built a building.
A building was built by me.
We learn active and passive sentence.
Active and passive sentences were learned by us.
I cooked dinner.
Dinner was cooked by me.
I can drive a car. I can drive a car.
A car can't be driven by me.
We are practicing.
Active and passive voice. Active and passive voice is being practiced by us.
Can I call you?
Can you be called by me?
Who
Okay.
killed his father?
By whom was his father killed? Who killed his father? By whom was his father killed?
Who broke the chair?
By whom was the chair broken? So there are two ways. If you use the preposition by at the beginning of your WH question or information question, it is formal. If you use the preposition by at the end of your WH question, it becomes informal. For example, look, by whom was the chair broken? By whom was the chair broken? Formal. Who was the chair broken by?
Informal.
Spoken, informal. Yeah.
Who taught you active and passive voice?
By whom were you taught active and passive voice?
I have done my home.
My homework has been done.
Will he teach you? Will he teach you?
Will you be taught by him?
Could you shut your eyes?
Could your eyes be shut? Okay.
I bought a laptop.
A laptop was bought by me.
He passed the exam.
The exam was passed by him.
He
Okay.
couldn't explain the lesson.
The lesson couldn't be explained by him.
He is reading a book.
A book is being read by him.
I will teach active and passive voice.
Active and passive voice will be taught by me.
Would you help him, please?
Would he be helped by you, please?
I took a photo.
A photo was taken by me.
I take his book.
His book is taken by me. You say I take, right? Simple present tense, yeah.
I will be watching this movie.
This movie will be being watched by me.
I have been learning English for more than 2 years.
English has been being learned by me for more than 2 years. You know, grammarians say that do not change perfect continuous tenses in written English, in academic English. But in spoken English, it's okay. Native speakers, sometimes use, the passive form of perfect continuous tenses as well.
She studies beautiful books. She studies interesting books.
Yeah, interesting books are studied by her.
I will write a definition on board.
A definition will be written by me on the board.
Please bring me a glass of tea.
Please let a glass of tea or a cup of tea be brought for me, okay? Yeah.
I will painting your car.
I will be painting your car, right? You're
Yes.
using future continuous tense.
Yes, I will be painting your car.
Your car will be being painted by me. Come on.
I bought an apple.
An apple was bought by me, okay? See, practice makes perfect. There's no magic.
Yeah.
You see that? And I'm telling the audience, there is no any sort of preparation. The sentences are being made by the students right away. It's not like they've already written their sentences. Everything is actual. And they are changed from active to passive form by their teacher. So it's not kind of showing off. I'm just trying, to help my students learn English grammar in a practical way. Trust me, some people say, oh, you don't have to focus on grammar, or learning grammar is not important, or this or that. I respectfully disagree with them. If grammar is learned in a practical way, it could be a lot of fun, okay? It's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting, okay? Yeah.
I will establish a course.
A course will be established by me.
I would call you.
I would call you, you would be called by me.
He polished his shoes.
He polishes his shoes. His shoes are polished by him.
I will make a chair.
A chair will be made by me. Are you a carpenter? A chair will be made by me.
Would you
Yeah.
bring me water?
Would you bring me some water? Would some water be brought for me by you? Yeah, come on.
I will shave your beard.
Oh, okay. Your beard will be shaved by me. Are you a barber?
He's washing the dishes.
The dishes are being washed by her. Come on.
He killed him.
Oh, he was killed by him. He killed him, he was killed by him. Try to make some complicated sentences, like who is a subject, who is an object, right? Remember? Would rather, would prefer, right? Okay, some kind of, complicated sentences.
Would you rather drink water or tea?
Would water rather be drunk by you or tea? Would water rather be drunk by you or tea?
If you stay with me, I will cook for you rice.
Okay, if you stay with me, I will cook rice for you, okay? If you stay with me, rice will be cooked for you.
I would,
Of course, don't say by me because you already, it's clear, the idea is clear.
I would prefer to cook rice.
Yeah, I would prefer
To cook rice.
to cook rice. So now this, you have an infinitive phrase, to cook rice, after your main verb, prefer, here. So the infinitive phrase functions as the object of your main verb, okay? So to prefer, to cook rice would be preferred by me. You see that?
Yeah.
I mean, it is a sort of complicated sentence. Why? Because I would prefer. So it's kind of expressional phrase. Would prefer, would rather, right? So I would prefer. And prefer here is your main verb. To cook rice, that is your infinitive phrase. So the infinitive phrase functions as the object of your main verb prefer, right? Okay, so now you bring your infinitive phrase as the subject of your passive sentence. To cook rice would be preferred by me. You got it? Yep.
Would you rather to teach step 1 or step 3?
Would you rather to teach step 1 or step 3? Would you rather... okay, after would rather, you do not bring full infinitive. Don't forget now, we're practicing active and passive, but I'm also trying to explain the points, which should be explained. You said, would you rather? After would prefer, you can bring full infinitive. Would you prefer to drink tea or coffee, okay? But you cannot say, would you rather to drink tea, because after would rather, we need bare infinitive. So would you rather teach step 3? Okay. Would step 3 rather be taught by you or step 4? This is how you change it, okay? Yep.
Would you record the lesson again?
Would you?
Record the lesson again?
Would the lesson be recorded again by you?
Would you rather watch Hollywood movies or Bollywood?
Yeah, would Hollywood movies rather be watched by you or Bollywood movies? None of them, okay? I haven't been watching movies for the last 7 years, okay?
Would you teach us step 4?
Would you
Teach us step 4?
Yeah, would we be taught step 4 by you, please?
We haven't learned tradition words.
We haven't learned transitional words?
Yeah, transition.
Transitional words haven't been learned by us.
Can you cook fish?
Can fish be cooked by you?
Don't touch his food.
Let the food not be touched.
I will make Afghanistan.
You will make Afghanistan? Afghanistan will be made by me? You can say, I will try, okay, to improve Afghanistan. Or for example, you can say, we should improve Afghanistan, so Afghanistan should be improved, by us. Something like that, yeah.
We had improved our English.
Our English had been improved by us.
May I see your phone?
May your phone be seen by me? Okay, it doesn't sound kind of like, but sometimes you just need the active form, okay? Just active form. I mean, it sounds kind of like, may your phone be seen by me? I mean, it's possible you change it from active to passive, right? But the thing is that, the verb, it should be a sort of, action verb, yeah?
Would you rather eat fish or rice?
Would fish rather be eaten by you or rice? Enough? Or you want to go on?
I
Okay.
must talk with you.
I must talk to you, no change.
I didn't memorize regular and irregular verbs.
Irregular and irregular verbs were not memorized by me. Your sentence was not changeable. Why? Because the main verb of your sentence was intransitive, okay? Talk to, okay? So it was not changeable.
I must read this book.
This book must be read by me.
He has to clean the board.
The board has to be cleaned by him.
I will eat dinner.
Dinner will be eaten by me.
I will
She
call-
should do her homework.
Her homework should be done.
I will call him.
He will be called by me.
He had done his mathematic question.
He had done,
His mathematic question.
his mathematic problems had been done by him. You call it mathematic problems, okay?
We should pray.
We should pray.
Hmm?
No change. You say why? Because you don't have object after prayer, right? If you say it in a formal way, we should perform the prayer. We should perform the prayer. The prayer should be performed by us.
I studied TOEFL words.
TOEFL words are studied by me.
You haven't taught us TOEFL.
Yeah, we haven't been taught TOEFL by you or TOEFL IBT preparation. class or something.
Can we stop the practice?
Can the practice be stopped? Up to you.
I
Okay.
can't fix the car.
The car can't be fixed by me.
We learned English in a practical way.
Yeah, English is learned in a practical way by us.
Hadn't she eat her lunch?
Hadn't she eaten her lunch before the rain started? If you want to, make a complete sentence. Okay, hadn't she eaten lunch before?
The rain started.
Hadn't the lunch been eaten by her before the rain started?
I can help him to solve his problems.
He can be helped by me to solve his problem.
Will he kill her?
Will he be killed by him?
You can
I will bring a gift for you.
A gift will be brought for you by me.
You can also learn English.
English can be also learned by him.
I recorded.
Or English can be learned by him also.
I recorded a video.
A video was recorded by me. See, we can go on for hours and hours, right? Because the main purpose of learning these grammatical points is that you achieve the ability of using passive sentences in your daily English. And how you do it? You focus on the structures. When it comes to grammar, try to memorize the structures. Because if you memorize one structure, you can make hundreds of sentences according to the structure. After that, you keep practicing until you become confident. And until you achieve the ability of changing any sort of sentences from active to passive. That's the main point. If you need to use passive sentences, you should be able to use them in your spoken English, in your written English, okay? So enough for today. Have a great time, everybody. Bye-bye.
با فراگیری زبان انگلیسی در اتاراد، اهداف اکادمیک و مسلکی خود را تعقیب نمایید.